Hopkins now in their respective divisions, and Kostya Tszyu and Zab Judah met in Las Vegas to decide the world's best at 10 stone. Two magnificent records, and between them WBC, WBA and IBF world crowns at stake. They'll be talking about this one for a long, long time. The fighters are on their way as we join Jim Watt and Adam Smith.
Is this the defining moment in the life of Kostya Tszyu? The WBC and WBA light welterweight champion is largely unheralded, and the experienced puncher starts a 3-1 underdog here. But remember, so often in 2001 has the favourite fallen. Naseem Hamed, Lennox Lewis and Felix Trinidad all toppled. Will Zab Judah be the next young pretender to the throne to go to the big-hitting Tszyu? Born in Russia, and their top pop star Larissima Dolina belting out the song I'm Gonna Knock You Out. Living in Sydney, Australia, hence the travelling support in the MGM for the Thunder from Down Under. And Jim, this is what boxing's all about.
This is what it's all about, definitely. This is a fight everyone in the game has been looking forward to. Tszyu, one of the game's true hard men. He's been doing it over the last few years. Zab Judah says he can do it. Well, tonight we'll find out.
The cocky, confident, flash and brash Brooklyn-born talent, and look who is right by his side, best friend Mike Tyson, a real influence for the IBF 10-stone holder and big American hope. And our British star Ricky Hatton here to watch with trainer Billy Graham. Decked out in stars and stripes in memory of those tragically lost from his home city. He's put aside his rap music for the traditional Rocky soundtrack, but he hasn't calmed down his trash talking this week, calling Tszyu one of his easiest opponents to date, that a superb boxer will always beat a decent puncher, and that this should be winner takes all, with a loser going home crying and getting a new job. Overconfidence or a man on a mission?
Well, I think he's entitled to be confident, unbeaten, everything going his way, but he's looking just a little bit tense. I think of the two, Tszyu looks the more relaxed, but it's nice to know that he's taking this seriously, because this is the fight that can make his career.
And the man in the middle, Jay Nady, very experienced referee.
All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified and undisputed 140-pound championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it is showtime! Introducing to you first on my right, he is fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks with black trim, hailing from Brooklyn, New York. He weighed in at a ready 149.5 pounds. His undefeated record stands at 27 wins, no losses, one no contest, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, introducing Zab Super Judah. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks, originally from Sarov, Russia, now fighting out of Sydney, Australia. He weighed in at the limit of 140 pounds even. His record stands at 27 wins, one loss, one draw, with 22 wins coming by way of knockout. And here is the WBA and WBC super lightweight champion of the world, known as the Thunder from Down Under, introducing Kostya Tszyu. Once again, a referee in charge, Jay Nady, now to give instructions. 12 rounds of championship boxing schedule.
All right, do we have any questions? Obey my commands. I want a good, I want a clean fight. All right. It's the belly button to the hip bone to the line. It's 12 rounds. Touch gloves, now let's go to work.
Look at their focus. Huge unification fight to produce the ultimate champion at 10 stone or 140 pounds as boxing begins the slow process of cleaning up. Who will join Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins as king of their weight class? The raw power of Kostya Tszyu, a big right arm puncher with 22 knockouts in 27 wins. Beaten fighters like Julio Cesar Chavez and Shambe Mitchell, or have the years slowed the 32-year-old who can be open to uppercuts and the odd left himself. Don't forget, Judah has 27 wins too, and enough power, especially from his unorthodox style. Judah's weakness, possibly the chin. He has been down a couple of times. Here we go, left of your screens, Kostya Tszyu. And the southpaw hands down of Judah. Boxer or puncher here, Jim?
Well, it's difficult to say. If this was an old-fashioned 15-rounder, I think I would sway towards Tszyu because he's got the toughness and natural hardness. But Zab Judah definitely has the class, and he looks at, even as early as this, he just wants to control the pace. Just have a good look at Tszyu before he gets down to work himself, but looking very confident, Zab Judah.
Yes, he really has talked a very good fight this week, Zab Judah. He's worked all his life for this moment, trying the whipping uppercut, being compared to Pernell Whitaker, but with power. 21 knockouts on his slate, and there's the left uppercut, which was a peach from Judah. The pressure goes on, and Tszyu holds. First success here for the American.
That was a beautiful shot. He tried it a few seconds ago and just missed Tszyu's whisker, but that one was bang on, and that really shook him up.
Will that put Kostya Tszyu into a shell? The speed, agility of Judah. Trained so very, very hard for this. Both look excellent in workouts this week. Judah again with a fast left. Tszyu looks confused.
Tszyu struggling in the first round. Another nice, as a right hook, but that time Tszyu in trouble once again.
Combinations, and there's the left hands that are getting through the Tszyu guard. The Russian really starting slowly here. Zab Judah boxing with rhythm, finesse, and an air of arrogance. Just jumping in there and keeping those hands a bit low. What a start this is.
His work has been different class to Tszyu's. I mean, this has really been quality boxing from Zab Judah. He settles straight away and get power into the punches straight away. Tremendous first round.
Again, Tszyu goes looking. But he's not quick enough at the moment. First round, definitely for Zab Judah. Punches the air to his delighted fans. And we could have a real cracker for the WBA, WBC and IBF belts. Kostya Tszyu's corner, long-time trainer Johnny Lewis there with him. Small team, and he really was woken up by that uppercut.
That was a beautiful punch, yeah. I mean, that would have seen some of the 10-stone fighters on the floor. But Tszyu, naturally tough, naturally strong, and a good survivor, doing the right thing here. He was badly hurt, but you can see that was a beautiful shot. He tried it just a few seconds before that and just missed his whisker, but that time was bang on. But Tszyu coped with it well, just survived, clung on for dear life at that point, and saw the round through. But really a complete struggle the first round for Tszyu.
Only stopped once, 4.5 years ago, to Vince Phillips. Tszyu, so has got a good chin. Here's the second round. Remember, Zab Judah in the red and black trunks, the 24-year-old American, never lost. And Kostya Tszyu in his 30th outing. The slightly smaller man, very tough and experienced and strong. Will he take Judah into the latter rounds?
See, Judah's speed is causing Tszyu all the problems. He can't pin him down. just toying with him at this moment, Judah.
Biggest fight this for both of them. Tszyu picks up the WBA title when he took out Shambe Mitchell. Judah's best win maybe over Terran Millett. Hasn't operated in Tszyu's class, but he has taken to it like a duck out of water. He really does look good here, Zab Judah. And Tszyu looking for that fast right hand. A little bit more tentative, Judah here.
Well, Tszyu just can't pin him down. His tactics are perfect. He has the range perfect. Tszyu's punches are falling short and he's poking out. Not putting so much power into his own punches in this round, Judah, but still boxing well.
Looks comfortable, can't get complacent, Zab Judah. Knows he has to do this for 12 rounds unless he can put the very tough Tszyu away.
You see, Tszyu, he's stalking him, but he's not pressurising him. Judah is so cool, he has his rhythm, and Tszyu has done nothing to knock him out of that rhythm.
Pouring out the jab, Zab Judah. Still, there's a bemused look about the face of Kostya Tszyu. Never seen anyone quite like Judah. He studied him, watched tapes after tapes, but really hard back in Australia. But now he's got to do it in the ring. Will power be enough?
We'll have to start walking across Judah and cut the ring down. Try back him into corners. Judah is just far too slick at this moment.
Jay splits them. Trying to get his own jab working. Tszyu. And there's the clapperboard. 10 seconds left here in the second round. The right hand from Tszyu was good. And another one! Floors Judah! He's up very quickly, but his eyes are in orbit! It's over! Jay stopped it! Judah immediately up and complains, but the fight finishes dramatically in the second round, and Kostya Tszyu has unified the light welterweight division for the first time in 33 years. Judah bitterly protesting that he was okay to continue, but his legs betrayed him. He was up so very fast. Joel Zuda there, his father, trying to console his son, who must be heartbroken, a delighted Kostya Tszyu. What a finish and drama at the end there. My word, he didn't know where he was though.
But that was right out of the blue, no signs of that coming, because Judah was so much in the driving seat, so smooth. Good right hand, bang on the chin, and it totally robbed Judah of his senses. Instinctively he got up straight away, but you can see his eyes are in orbit, legs here all over the place, doesn't know where he is, doesn't know what he's doing. The referee had no choice but to stop the fight right then and there. He is gone. Beautiful punch, bang on the chin. I mean, it was right out of the blue. No one saw that one coming, certainly Zab Judah didn't see it, but look at his legs here, Adam.
And that there reminded me of what happened when Trevor Berbick fought Mike Tyson and just could not stand properly. See, he tries again to get to his feet, but it's already over, and he buckles there again. Zab Judah, a right stoppage.
Definitely. Fighters' instincts, they wanted to continue, but what a punch that was. To see right out of the blue. I mean, Tszyu was doing nothing right up to that point, being totally outboxed, but look at the state. Judah is trying to speak to the referee. Instinctively he knows what he wants to do, but the body won't answer his commands.
And you can see the count there, the mandatory 8 count had got to 4, 5, 6. He called it off already, Jay Nady, right at the end of the second round. Now the question has got to be asked, that should Judah maybe have had the minute rest? Could he have got back to his corner?
The referee has to decide, looking at the fighter, is he in a condition to continue? The answer was no there. Judah was totally gone. He could not have been able to box on.
We've got real problems here. Judah there trying to throw a punch at the referee, Jay Nady, and these are scenes we do not need. He's shouting at his father now. Again, Joel tries to calm Zab Judah down, but that was totally out of order. And Jay Nady made what he thought was the right decision. I'm sure, well, that is, Zab Judah needs to be fined for that. And Mike Tyson watching alongside. Well, well, well. Controversy reigning here at ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 59 seconds in round number 2. Our referee in charge, Jay Nady, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout. He is now the unified and undisputed 140-pound champion of the world, the Thunder from Down Under, Kostya Tszyu.
Don't take this away from Kostya Tszyu, the new world light welterweight champion. What a night for him. But oh no, Zab Judah has now thrown his own stool into the ring, and that really is totally disgraceful. Problems here for the Judah camp to try and calm Zab down. Security once again reining in, and boos from around ringside. They have got to take Zab Judah to court for that. Not just a punch at the referee, but a stool in as well, and the Nevada Commission have surely got to find Judah. Drama here, in and out of the ring. Well, it'll be really interesting to hear what's said after this.
What about winning in this manner? Is it satisfying to you to win like this?
When you fight for undisputed champion of the world, you know, great opponent out in the second round, this is great result. And I believe why it's happened, because hours and hours and hours in preparation, dedication, motivation, just particularly for this particular moment. As I said in the press conference, this is my destiny, and I really believe this. It's really believe that this is my destiny, and it is my destiny. It's first right hand nearly comes through, and this is right on the chin. I've seen he's become a little lazy in the beginning. I've seen how he come in, and look at him. He's really look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. The referee has done the right decision to stop the fight. Otherwise, he will be really hurt.
Do you think he should have been given an opportunity to perhaps gather himself and come out for another round?
I think I've seen did he hit the bell? I didn't hear any bell. I knew it was close to the end, but referee in charge of the safety of us.
You stopped the fight. Was it because he went down a second time after the first knockdown?
There was only one knockdown. He went down twice, but the reason I stopped the fight was because he was almost unconscious when he went down the first time, and his equilibrium was so bad the second time that I was concerned about the second concussion syndrome, and I thought that if he got hit again, he might have some real damage.
So were you aware that there was no time left in the round, that the round had ended when you waved it off?
I was aware that the fighter was hurt, and I just didn't want him to take any more punishment. Like I say again, the second concussion syndrome, the second punch syndrome after a bad punch like that, he could have been hurt. And that was my only concern.
Something unexpected every single week. Billy and Ricky tell us how they saw it from ringside. Barry has just seen it for the first time. His view comes after the break. But next, we hear from the man at the center of the storm, Zab Judah himself. Kostya Tszyu's punching power does for Zab Judah dramatically. Cutting right hand, Judah down just before the bell to end the second. And Judah breakdancing unforgettably across the canvas, desperately trying to regain his senses, but referee Nady had seen enough. It was over, Judah beaten, but then starting to heap humiliation upon himself. Extraordinary stuff, wasn't it? Here is how Judah tried to explain himself later in his dressing room.
How badly hurt were you from the knockdown?
I mean, you know, I'm in a world title fight. I got hit with a good shot. You know what I mean? I went down, but I was for sure that I was up. You know what I'm saying? In time, I just felt I was never given a chance for a count. You know
well, there is no standing 8 count in Nevada.
I mean, he just stopped it. He just, what, you fall and that's it?
So you thought it was an early stoppage?
Yeah, it was an early stoppage. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see, quickly, I got my head back together. And, you know, I was ready to go back again. You know what I mean? He just looked, like, he walked up to me and just said, it's over.
Now, after the fight, your emotions got the best of you, and you went over and had a few words with the referee. Do you regret doing that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, like I said, I don't mean to harm anybody in a championship fight. It's just that it's a big fight, and you gotta understand with a big fight like this and stakes on the line, with a big fight like this and big thing on the line, you gotta understand emotions are involved. You know what I mean? So anything I may have did to the referee or anybody else, I apologize for. But for him to come over there and wave it off, I just was like, oh, so it's over? It can't be. You know what I mean? I mean, this is a mega fight.
Well, for all the emotion, no protest from the Judah camp has been filed, and nor does it appear that a protest is now likely. Under Nevada rules, there appears no case, it must be said, for any protest. Judah's purse, around $1 million, has been withheld. The Nevada Commission meets next week, most likely on Tuesday, with the possibility now that Judah's license may be revoked. But first, Barry, does the Judah camp have any case for their disappointment?
It's easy to sit here and judge. Hindsight's a great thing. But I have to tell you, that was the most despicable behaviour I have seen since Mike Tyson. I know he's friendly with Mike, and maybe he uses him as a role model. Judging by that behaviour, maybe he did. It was terrible. And look, he should have accepted it. The fact is, the referee done what he was supposed to do, to protect the fighter. Forget about the rules and everything else. The main objective of the referee is to protect the fighter if he feels he's in danger, and he was in danger. He was completely, his equilibrium was completely gone. He was badly shaken, and the referee stopped the fight because he wasn't in a fit state to continue. If he'd have taken one more punch, he could have been knocked out. Sure, it was close to the round, the end of the round or whatever, but the referee has to judge by what he sees in front of him. And he saw a guy that was completely discombobulated. He was out of it completely. So
for the benefit of our viewers, Barry, just to clarify, the Judah camp after the event protested that the bell had not rung. That's right. And said, or paraphrasing, had it rung, in fact, the referee would not have stopped the fight, because the fighter would have been going back to his corner to try to recuperate. Yes, but have they got any case for saying that?
To counteract that, the Nevada Commission say that in the event of a fighter being knocked down or badly hurt at the end of the round or close to the end of the round, the referee, whilst administering the count, the timekeeper will look at the referee and judge by him, and that's the way it should be. If he feels that the referee should, or the referee feels he should go on a couple of seconds after, then it'll go to 3 minutes and 4 seconds till he finishes his count, then they'll ring the bell. He saw that the referee had seen that Judah was in no fit state to continue. He waved it off, so the bell didn't ring.
Billy, any misgivings for you?
No, I thought it was a perfect stoppage. We was very close, and he jumped up really quick, Judah, you know, instinctively. And then he was all over the place. He started talking to the referee when the referee hadn't even said anything to him. And just fell flat on his face.
Misgivings or not?
Oh, I think Barry just summed it up perfect. There's no other way you can look at that. The referee was in a total right to do it. You know, the main thing is the safety of the boxer here. Doesn't matter what rules you're under. You know, the referee looks at the boxer, and if he's not in any condition, no matter whether it's the first minute or the last minute, the fight is stopped.
Barry, what were your conclusions about the fight? And the manner of victory?
I thought Judah looked really good in the first round. I thought he was very smooth. He outboxed him completely. But then he started to lack, I think at this stage he started to lack a bit of confidence, because...
There's the clapperboard, which means 10 seconds to the end of the round.
Yeah, this is the end of the round. Let's have a look at this next, examine this again near the end of the round. There's that first right hand. And look at what he gets up here. The referee obviously has heard that, but look at the state of him. Just look at the condition he's in. There's no way he's fit to continue. He's even staggering there. He says, I recovered really quickly. He could have, you know, what would have happened, you know, if they'd have given him 60 seconds resting to come out? He might not have had his head cleared.
Billy, how did you see it at the time?
At the time, I thought it was a good stoppage. I was very close. I could see his eyes and everything, so I had no problem with it whatsoever.
Ricky?
It's fights like this where if the referee does let these fights go, you know, then that's when the damage is done to boxers, and we don't want to see that, do we?
Was Judah recovering for you?
I don't think he was recovering, no. He jumped up very quickly. He was trying to say something to the referee. His eyes were totally in orbit, and then he even now when the referee grabs him, he's falling back there, look. So he's not recovered quick.
Was it an unexpected outcome on the fight itself for you?
Not particularly, no. I think I always knew before the fight that Zab Judah, you know, could have the speed to outbox Tszyu, but I also knew power would be a factor if Tszyu could nail him, but not that early in the fight.
Now, Billy, once he does recover himself, Judah has the chance to exit the arena with dignity, which is what you look for in any championship performer. But instead of that,
well, what I thought,
the conduct of Judah afterwards. Well, as a trainer, what is your view on that?
Well, I thought it was disgusting. But what I said to people at ringside, and I says, when he gets back and he sees the rerun, he'll know and he'll
Will he?
go. Well, that's what I thought, but obviously he doesn't. But I thought once he sees the rerun, he'll know.
What about this, Billy?
Well, that's disgusting. You know, it's just diabolical. It's disgusting.
You are dealing with young men from the street, and you're trying to make them better people through boxing. Surely the first rule always, discipline at all times.
If one of my fighters did that to a referee, I'd have the right on them, I'm telling you. You know.
The bottom line is, you know, we teach the fight game's all about control, and he lost control and he was allowed to get away with it.
Have you ever seen anything like that, Ricky?
I've seen something similar to that from his best mate, Mike Tyson, but no, at the end of the day, you're a professional boxer, and professional is the word here, isn't it, in everything you do, not just what you